I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 8th, 2015. Two IDF soldiers were stabbed by a Palestinian terrorist this morning in the West Bank. First Sergeant Tomer Lan said he and his fellow soldiers were on routine assignment near the Jewish settlement of Shiloh, north of Ramallah, when a Palestinian man passed by them a short while after he circled back in the direction of the soldiers and began running at them, shouting, and pulled out a knife. The attacker, later named by Palestinian sources as Muhammad Jassim Harahera, stabbed Lan twice in the back, lightly injuring him and causing him to fall and hit some rocks. Harahera then ran to the IDF jeep where he attacked another soldier, seriously wounding him in the neck. Lan, who is an Army paramedic, was able to get up, aim his weapon at the assailant, and shoot, killing Harahera. He then ran to give aid to the other injured soldier, who was then airlifted to a hospital in Jerusalem. IDF forces later entered the home of the terrorist, who was a resident of Sinjil, an Arab village near Ramallah, and questioned his father, but no arrests were made. There are conflicting reports as to the age of the terrorist, said to be between 29 and 32 years old. Also, one report referred to Harahera as a member of Hamas, while another said he was not affiliated with any terror organization. The IDF was investigating. The Associated Press reports that the Israeli embassy in Berlin has confirmed that a body found severely beaten in the city is that of an Israeli citizen. Consular officials were in touch with German authorities over the last few days to try and determine the identity of the body that was found at the ruins of a Franciscan monastery in Berlin on Sunday. An Israeli passport belonging to a 22-year-old Israeli man was found in an item of clothing worn by the victim, but identification had not been possible due to the massive injuries sustained. Local Chabad Rabbi Yehuda Teichtel told the AP that the man had come to the Chabad Education Center last Friday saying he had nowhere to sleep and nothing to eat, and that they helped him, but that he never returned. The name of the young man has not yet been released, and an investigation into the murder is ongoing. Police in Gaithersburg, Maryland are investigating vandalism that took place at the Shaarei Torah Synagogue early yesterday. The conservative synagogue, located in the Washington, D.C. suburb, was spray painted with swastikas and other hateful graffiti. Mayor Judd Ashman said yesterday in response to the incident that his was not a community that would tolerate such a hate crime. He said, "We are an inclusive community, one that prides itself on diversity and collaboration. When such a despicable act is committed," Ashman said, "it impacts all of us, regardless of religion, race, or creed." Surveillance video did catch the images of the masked vandals. Police are investigating. No arrests have been made as of yet. And in Budapest, Hungary, a Holocaust exhibition was defaced. Hungarian Jewish community watchdog on anti-Semitism, TEV, reported the incident on Sunday. They said that vandals splashed red paint on the exhibit, which contains portraits of Holocaust survivors and their families. The exhibit was set up by the Unified Hungarian Jewish Congregation in the city center to celebrate Hungarian Jewry's continuity after the Holocaust. TEV also reported a swastika painted in front of a synagogue in Budapest last week. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel has won re-election. Emanuel, who is the first elected Jewish mayor of Chicago, had failed to win more than 50% in the first round of mayoral voting that took place on February the 24th, which forced last night's mayoral runoff, where he took 56% of the votes against Jesus Garcia. Emanuel served as chief of staff for President Barack Obama until 2010, when he left to run for mayor for the first time in Chicago in 2011. Israeli and Australian researchers have made progress toward repairing and regenerating heart tissue. The Times of Israel, in a report citing The Guardian, said the joint efforts led by Gabriel Duva of Israel's Weizmann Institute of Science, in association with the Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute in Sydney, managed to stimulate heart muscle cells to grow in mice, something that could have significant implications down the road for humans with heart conditions. The findings were published yesterday in the scientific journal Nature Cell Biology. And turning now to our programming for tonight, Wednesday, April the 8th. At 8 o'clock, Director of Leadership for the Shalom Hartman Institute of North America, Ilana Stein-Hain, discusses the roles of Miriam and Moses in the Exodus story. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with female Orthodox Rabbi Sarah Hurwitz on L'chaim, and at 10 o'clock, Rabbi Lauren Birkin speaks on courageous women in biblical stories and what they say about Jewish society. That's from the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem. And coming up right after this newscast tonight, a new segment of Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, April the 8th, 2015. I'm Teisha Bader.